Let's test this mic. How the mic sound today?
Sounds good. It sounds good.
All right, cool. Man, shout out to everybody joining us tonight. This is Candid Convos. I'm your host, Quay Price. We got Chloe on deck. Say what's up to the people, Chloe.
Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Man, I guess that's a part of the show now. The classic Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Like I said, once again, shout out to everybody joining us tonight. Like I said, if you're catching us from YouTube, catching us from Facebook, let's definitely hit that like button, and hit that share button as well. I think that's Vince coming in right there. Okay. Yeah, but hit that like button, hit that share button for us as well. Let's say we got a good show tonight, good topic, good conversation. We got Vince on deck as well. He'll check in once he comes on cam. But I would appreciate you guys as always rocking with the platform, supporting what we do. And let's say shout out to our YouTube family as well. Holding us down over there, holding us down. Let's say subscribers been growing. Engagement is growing. Folks been kicking it with us, chopping it up with us. So shout out to y'all over in the YouTube land, showing love. We got checking in. My guy Donovan, he said, hey, I'm back. I had to make donuts last week. Happy hump day. No doubt, man. You know, Donovan, the ladies say they like a hard-working man.
That's right.
I don't know, Donovan. That's what they say, man.
That's right.
That's what they say. That's what they say. But let me do this real quick while I'm thinking about it. Do this real quick. All right, so here's the link to the panel. So you can drop this link in your Google Chrome, your Microsoft Edge, Apple device, whatever you have, and join us on the panel. You have the ability to cut your camera off if you choose, but we always encourage you to keep your camera on for a better show, better engagement. Also, we have this link dropped in all of the chat feeds, so you can catch it on the Candid Convos page on YouTube, Candid Convos on Facebook, or you can shoot me a message and I will send it straight to you. But I'll leave this up here for a little bit so you guys can get to it. And we will go from there. Let's see. Kenyatta checking in. She said, good evening. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you, Kenyatta. See, Donovan said they say it. Yeah, you know what, Donovan? The ladies, they say that. But then, you know, when it comes time to choose that man, do they go after the hard-working man? Guess it depends on who you ask. He also said, but they bucket too. LOL. No doubt.
Y'all getting started already. We ain't even dropped the title.
Hey, we here. Donovan say he ready. He say he missed today. He ready now. All right. I was trying to let Vince check in. I don't want to miss his video when I kick it off. Let me see what we got. Okay. I guess we can go ahead and I don't know. You ready to go ahead and drop this title?
I'm ready.
All right. Topic for tonight. I won't settle. I want my person. Man, let me run that back. Topic for tonight. I will not settle. I want my person. What's going on with you, Vince?
Hey, hello. I said I can't miss this one.
Yeah, I know you said talking last week. I know you was talking about fellas settling, man. I told you I had to go out here and find something. You know, the interesting thing is, man, it is very hard to find some content, man, about settling. It's very hard, man. But I looked up on a good one that plays into tonight. So, like I said, we're gonna get into the conversation. I'm gonna drop this link down for now. Like I said, anybody, let me know if you need the link. We're gonna get on into this conversation. Actually, we're gonna touch two things tonight. It's getting a little hot out here in these social media streets, but we're gonna hit this one. Topic for the night: I won't settle. I won't settle. I want my person.
So the question is, when do you settle? When do you compromise? Or do you at all? As for me, I've been single a pretty long time. Never thought it would be this long. I have to admit, when I got divorced a long time ago, it was a little arrogant. I was in my mid-30s, and I knew it was a good catch. good woman, educated, great career, amazing mom, and I was a great wife. Cook, clean, do all that. So I kind of was a little arrogant and thought, oh, it's no problem. I'm going to be married in 2 to 3 years. Well, it's been a long, long time. And honestly, not even gotten close. And so sometimes, like a lot of women in my situation that I've talked to, that you ask yourself, well, when do you give up? When do you give up on finding the one? Or do you? As for me, I go back and forth. Sometimes I go, well, I just need to be with Mr. Right Now. Doesn't give me butterflies, but he's a good man. He's nice. He likes me. Don't have much in common, but he calls, so I talk to him. Or sometimes you've got the one that gives you butterflies, but he's unreliable and not dependable. He's broke. You got to take him out to dinner. We've all done that. Those are never sustaining long-term relationships. So the question is, do you compromise? Well, where I am right now, today, I'm going to say no. I'm not going to compromise. I'm waiting. I'm going to stay optimistic. It gets hard staying optimistic this long, but I'm going to stay optimistic. Now, tomorrow, I don't know. Might settle. Just keeping it real.
Topic for tonight. I won't settle. I want my person. You want to say something, Chloe?
Can I just ask you a quick question?
Go ahead.
So, first of all, I think it's a good video because women are always talking about how they won't settle. But did you find any men? And this might be a good segue. Maybe I'll save it because this might be a good segue to talk about the male side of this. Because I'm just curious, like, women are always talking about how they won't settle, but like, how many videos do you see of men talking about how they won't settle? So that might be a part of this conversation. I'm sure we're going to get into it, but I'll let somebody else go first.
Okay, let me get some of these comments. They come in here quick. Let's see. Let me see what we got. Let's see. Donovan said these women are delusional. Okay. Welcome back. Let's see. Kenyatta said she sounded crazy. Okay. So just to summarize, I said we had a young lady. I could tell I'm gonna guess she's probably in her 50s, 50s, early 60s, maybe, but I'm gonna say 50s, late 50s. Talking about the fact that she was married at one point, she got a divorce. She knew, in a couple years she'd be married. That was a while ago. She ain't even been close. And now she's at her age deciding if she's going to settle. One day she says she's not, or compromise. That's what she says. She's going to compromise. One day she says she's not. She said by tomorrow she might. So this is an example of a woman in her late 50s saying some interesting things, to be honest. And like I said, to Chloe's point, and what I was telling you earlier, Vince, it is hard. Like, it take a lot of effort to find a video where a woman or a young lady talks about settling, for that matter, compromising. So I just want to preface by saying that it took a lot of work to find this video, to have this discussion. Let me get some more of these comments, then I'm gonna go to the panel. See, Donovan said her person, let's see, if he turns out to be the illusion she's looking for, she is settling at that point. Well, that's true too. Good point, Donovan. Good point. See, Kenyatta says she thought her next man was going to do more than the last. Yeah, they talk about that grass green being green on the other side, but it's not usually how they go. All right. So let me go to my panel. Chloe, Vince, what y'all see? What y'all think about that video? Either one. What you want to actually? Let me go to Vince. Vince, like he ready. What you think about that one, Vince?
It's really sad because she probably gonna end up dying alone.
Oh,
And her little dog.
real talk.
It's really sad because if she said it's been a long time and she hasn't really been close, then it's not gonna get no better as she get older. Men get older, And I think that this whole settling thing, I think the problem was she probably shouldn't have left her husband. Because I think she might be comparing men to him. And she probably kind of realizing, well, maybe I should not left him. Maybe I should have tried a lot. Because another thing I think that the first thing that these ladies say when they think they're a good catch is not what men want. And I think they've never heard that. And I think that the brother Kevin Samuels brought that out. The kind of man that they really want, not the kind that they'll settle for, but the kind of man that they want, do not care about their money or their career. But they are so focused on their money and their career. See, she said the money, the career first, then she got to the cook and the cleaner. The cook and cleaner should have been first. He should have been first. How to support should have been first. But that's not first. And see, a lot of women, they have this, I hate to say masculine mindset, but they just do. They have a masculine mindset. So they're attracting more docile, more quote unquote feminine men. That's why she's attracted to the one who's broke, who's probably an attractive guy, because that's what men look for. Right. Men want attractiveness, fun, youth, excitement. And then the ones she's probably good for, they don't float her boat. So it's really a sad. I think that men don't talk about selling because I think men are more logical. We understand what we can get and what we can't get. I think it's hard for a woman to say, "Oh, well, I can't get that." Men understand. If I'm a 50-something-year-old man, I'm not gonna get no 22-year-old.
Right.
That look like Beyonce with no kids.
Right. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to that. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to that because that's a good point. But I want to touch that. Okay. Yeah. Anything else, Vince? Or you good right now, man?
I'm good.
All right. Chloe, you want to say anything on that one?
Yeah. First of all, if I'm not mistaken in the video, she mentioned being in her 50s. I could be mistaken, but I feel like she did mention that because she said she was divorced in her 30s, mid 30s. And I guess for me, I'm like, how many 50-something men is she running into that are broke? Because she said that. And I'm like, are you running down a script? Because I hear a lot of younger women say things like that. When she started talking about men, they don't give you butterflies, right? But, they're nice. They'll call you, so you'll talk to them. Or you have a guy that'll give you butterflies, but he's broke. You have to take him out to dinner. And I'm like, in your 50s, how many of those men are you running into that are just broke? Because I'm like, I'm not saying that maybe there's a few, but how are you running into these guys in your 50s that are just broke and can't afford a dinner? Like usually at that time, men have gotten to a point, most men, not, there's always outliers, but the majority of men, they in their 40s is when they, if I'm not mistaken, late 30s, 40s is when they really start to hit their financial peaks. So I'm like, how many men are you running into? It's giving cap. Like you just running down a script. You sound just like some of these younger women. And for me, it's sad because in the last probably week, I've seen 3 different incidences where it's been women who are mature women, like women in their 50s and 60s on these podcasts. They're actually on the podcast, guys, first and foremost. And they're not on the podcast talking about marriage and or the podcast talking about ladies, this is what you should do. No, they're on the podcast talking about they side dudes. They're on a podcast talking about how, they about to show these, these young girls, and they still got it, and all of this ridiculous stuff that, the combination of offline conversations that I've had in the last week and some of the online conversations that I've witnessed. And I'm like, this is crazy to me. As older women, these older women are so busy competing with younger women, these older women who are supposed to be giving the good advice and mentoring and schooling the young women so that they don't make the same mistakes, so that they get it easier, quicker, faster, whatever. These older women are so wrapped up in trying to be like these younger women. Like, it's in your 50s. Listen, if I'm single in my 50s and I want to be with someone, not like, because some people don't want at that point, they're just like, I'm cool, look, I'm good. But if you're looking for someone in your 50s, we shouldn't even be having a conversation about butterflies. Excuse me, ma'am. Okay, we shouldn't still be having a conversation of butterflies in our 50s. At that point, you might be worried about his benefits, because at some point y'all gonna have some medicines y'all gonna need to get, or you're gonna be talking about his pension. You want him to have one, because y'all gotta live. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't want to work forever. Okay, like you might be having those kinds of conversations. But butterflies, how is butterflies still part of the conversation at this point? I mean, really, honestly. Because if you wanted the butterflies, you should stay with the man that you married that gave you butterflies when you married him.
Oh.
You should stay with him and try to rekindle those butterflies.
And then also, let me make a caveat. I have a few friends that are my age, in 50s, and it's not that they broke. It's that they don't understand they don't have to spend no money. I have a friend of mine. He don't never take a woman out. He don't go on dates, but he still get women. And obviously they okay with it. They okay with not going on dates. They okay with he's out and about. So what he'll do is say he'll tell them, pull up. To where I am, just pull up. And they pull up. And he smash and grab. And these older guys understand they don't have to do all that. So it's not necessarily that they're broke, it's that they understand they don't have to spend no money.
Right.
To get what they want to get.
That's real. That's real right there. That's real. You want to say anything else?
No, I was just saying, like, that for me, that just adds to like the disillusion, right? Like the fact that this is what we're talking about. What I'm saying, I guess the point that I'm getting at is, after all this time, you still are not prioritizing the right things. Nobody is saying that you can't have some attraction to this man. Of course you want to be attracted to the man, okay? Like, I'm not even saying that. But the thing is, what are you looking for at this point in your life when you're supposed to be at a more mature stage of your life that's attractive to you? Is it the same stuff that 20-year-old and 30-year-old you found attractive? Because I'm in my 40s. And the stuff that 20-year-old or 30-year-old me found attractive or was into, 40-year-old me even into. So I'm just trying to understand, like, that's what I mean. Like, I think this is why women are divorcing or leaving relationships and going on thinking that they're going to fall right into another one, and they're not.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a valid point. Let me get some of these comments real quick. Let's see. Donovan dropped a comment. He said, these dream world women have one or two men in the friend zone. Never do they consider the dude in the zone as their soulmate. Yeah, no, we've talked about that before. Let's say, got a couple fellas in the contact list on the cell phone, but he just the buddy, he just the homie, and that might have been your dude. Let's see, Kenyatta said, let's see, she's still required to put work into a relationship. That doesn't sound like what she wants to do. No, that's facts. Yeah, you know what, Kenyatta, that's a good point. That is one thing I definitely hear that's lacking in these conversations is work. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when do we get into the mindset that relationships don't require work? Or to take it a step further, when do we get in the mindset of thinking that you don't have to market yourself to get scooped up by the opposite sex? Yeah, I'm like, fellas, we understand that. We got to do some, I'm sure Vince can back me up. We got to do a little marketing out here. Yeah, we got to come with the clothes game got to be right. The cologne, the scent game got to be on point. The cash got to be there to back it up. You know what I'm saying? The stability and the home, that stuff got to be there. Like, we got to do a little marketing to grab up some of these young ladies out here. But I'm like, I'm not understanding where we get this. Just because I'm this particular gender, they just gonna come running. Like, I don't know if we get that.
I'm gonna tell you another thing too, that some of these ladies have messed it up for themselves. Because
True.
even she said the guys that she liked, she has to take out.
Right.
But then she want Mr. Wonderful Butterflies to take her out. When he know that the bum dude over there don't have to do all that to still get what he wants. So they done messed the game up.
There it is.
Because but and the thing about it is, it don't apply across the board. And now men are getting to understand that it don't apply across the board.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, Vince, you messing up the game, man. let me get some more of these comments. Let's see. I got that edit. Let's see. Kenyatta said, "Girl, let's see. Girl, she's a problem, or she is. Let's see.
She's probably.
Oh, she's probably running after younger men. Oh yeah, no doubt.
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't doubt that. Because I said I don't know about y'all, but I was getting a little Stella got her groove back type of vibe coming up off of that thing. But that's just me. Let's see. Donovan said, Chloe, we need to fully understand what is her definition of broke. Let's see. He may not have six figures, but he may be living below his means, which allows him to live comfortable. No, that's true. That's true. And I said, there's definitely a lot of variations in this definition of broke. Mm-hmm. If I hear this broke term all the time, and I'm like, what do you mean by that? Because to Chloe's point, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know a lot of cats. I know a lot of dudes out here. I know a lot of cats in their 50s, and they not one of these cats broke. Better yet, they wasn't broke in their 40s, and they wasn't broke in their 30s either. So I'm trying to figure out where's all of these 50-plus-year-old dudes that's broke out here. I'm not understanding that. So, like I said, we're gonna leave that alone for right now. Let's see. Kenyatta said, I bet her ex-husband married again. Kenyatta, you already know he got scooped up.
It might have another.
Right, he got scooped up soon as that paperwork was dry. You already know how that went. Let's see. Donovan said, we men need to come at these single women with the same demands. That's a good point. She better have $175K per year. She better wait on me hand and foot. She better be fit, fine, and obey. She better not decline me. She better not decline me when I want special services and attention. Okay, Donovan said you want that whole package.
Not obey, friend. You know they don't like to obey.
Donovan, we had that. I think Donovan actually just posted that. We had that conversation before. Let's see. Kenyatta said media does not show work. The media shows razzle dazzle. That's sad. Facts. Yeah, no, those are all good comments. Appreciate those comments. But yeah, I got a couple questions, man. I saw this video, and I'm in agreement with Vince. That video is sad. Yeah, that's the main way I can describe it. It's sad. A couple questions though that I have from the video that that the young lady, I call her a young lady, that she said. One thing that she said that always catches me or throws me for a loop. She said that she knew she was a great catch. My question to that is who told you that? Yeah, I hear a lot of folks say that these days. You know, in particular, a lot of my sisters. I hear them say that they're a great catch. And my question is always, who told you that?
They
If who
pastor.
told you? Right. Yeah, who told you was a great catch? Because see, what that does is it sets an unrealistic expectation. Yep, it builds entitlement. Who told you was a great catch? So that's the first thing. First thing that I catch in the video. The second thing is she says she was a great wife. My question to that is who told you was a great wife if you getting a divorce? See, I think we got to be careful. Yeah, we got to be careful with some of this stuff that we program ourselves with. Yeah, I'm a great wife. I'm a great catch. But my thing with that is if that hasn't been validated, I'm going to call it what it is. If that hasn't been validated by a man, how do you know that that's even true? Because see, at the end of the day, a man is seeking you as the woman. Yep. So when he decides, I'm going to call it what it is. When he decides that you're a great catch, he going to go ahead and reel his line in and go ahead and snatch you up. But if you saying that you got a divorce and you've been divorced for all of these years and you just knew, like she said, I knew I was going to be married in 3 years, and it didn't happen. And that was a long time ago. How are you still saying that you're a great catch? Yep. If nobody's actively trying to catch you. So I think, like I said, we got to be careful with some of the stuff that we condition ourselves with. I know sometimes we'll tell ourselves things to make ourselves feel better in the moment. And see, typically we'll do stuff like that when we know we've fallen short. Yeah, so we'll trick ourselves. You know, we out here trying to get our bodies together. And we'll trick ourselves by trying to say certain things. You know, like we out here getting busy and we doing what we supposed to do to try to get to our goal. But we know good and well we ain't putting in that work like we supposed to. But we try to convince ourselves by saying things like, I'm a great catch. I'm a great wife. I'm a great this. And it's like that hasn't been validated. Yeah, we've had similar conversations to this before. You know, we've used the comparison of the car. And it's like, if I'm not willing to pay this price that's being offered on this car, then is this car actually as valuable as it's priced? Yes, I think we got to be careful with that. We got to be careful with that. The other thing that was revealing for me in this video is the fact that at her age, she's still encountering essentially less than or as you want to call your broke bum dudes. Yeah, but you got to ask the question, why is that happening? Yeah, why is the 50 plus or 50 something year old guy, because I'm going to assume she's either looking for guys in their late 50s or early 60s, mid 60s. So why is that guy possibly retired, you know, pension, money put away, he said he rolling until he done. Why is that guy not approaching you? Yeah, like I said, she's not a bad looking lady. She articulate well. She speak well. I can tell she carry herself a certain way. You know, she a little bougie. I can see it in the video. Why is the stable guy, the situated guy, the guy whose kids is grown and gone, and he living life, you know, catching his Miami trips, doing what he do, got his boat, sailing the Detroit River. Why is that guy not trying to holler at you? Yeah, why are you getting the dudes that we got to question if they broke or not? Yeah, but see, that's my point. Yeah, sometimes we got to do some self-reflection. Yeah, you can put on this facade, you can put your makeup on, get your hair laid out and all of that. But see, what I'm seeing is these dudes are still seeing through this little facade you're putting on. Yeah, because real talk, if it was as on point or as quality as you're presenting to us, then I'm gonna be honest, you be scooped up by now. Yeah, there's plenty of fellas out here. You know, they might have a wife may have passed away, or they may be divorced, or what have you, or they may just be single. You're talking the way you talking. Some of these cats might have scooped you up by now. They like, hey, I need me a little friend over here. You know, I'm trying to go to bingo. You know, so let me call my girl. Let me hit my girl up so she can ride with me. Yeah, I'm about to catch this little flight up to Traverse City, the wine country. Let me call my girl up so we can go taste this wine. Something ain't adding up. Yep, something is not adding up.
Math ain't mathing.
No, it's not. And then the last thing I'll say that was definitely a red flag. She said today she not compromising. Tomorrow she might settle. She in her 50s. Make up your mind. Yeah, see, it's like I said, this stuff come out. This stuff always comes out. You got to let folks talk. Yeah, a lot of our ladies out here, and shout out to the ladies. A lot of our ladies out here, they love to say how men don't know what they want. But this is a 50-plus-year-old woman saying that she don't know what she gonna do day by day. So what should the fellas think? Yep, and see, this is the thing. Some of these grown fellas that she looking for, they're gonna pick up on this stuff. And now they're gonna be like, hey, do I want this wishy-washy woman? Can't make up her mind. She want to be flip-flopping day by day. They gonna might see that as a red flag. So man, a lot of issues in that video. But I mean, let me get some more of these comments. Let's see. Kenyatta said, being a great is a matter of opinion. Facts. Yeah, we got a lot of self-proclaiming going on out here. You have a lot of self-proclaiming. Let's see. Donovan said, great catch. He said, this falls into the self-image I identify as regardless of reality. That it does. Let's see. Kenyatta said, being a great anything is a matter of opinion. No, it is. It is. And I said, every time I hear that, I always have to question who actually validated that. Yep, who actually validated that? Because typically when somebody says something like that confidently, it's been validated. Yeah, if you look at some of these folks in these corporations, and they like, you know what, I'm a great leader. 9 times out of 10, that person didn't even say that first. It was the people around them that said that first. Yeah, John Doe, he a great leader. This cat mentors. He's showing us things, teaching us things, holding us accountable. You know what I'm saying? Backing us up, supporting us. Like they'll typically say that before you will. Yeah. So when I hear somebody self-proclaiming that they're great, it's like, who validated that? Yeah, because if you're saying that you're a great wife, then that means that a husband would have had to validate that. Yeah, you can't validate yourself as a great wife, but that's never been validated by a husband. So I would like to ask her ex-husband, was she a great wife? And I'm willing to bet money. He is not going to validate her claims.
Oh, y'all woke up and chose violence today.
And if she was that great, she would at least got close. She said she hadn't even been close.
She said not even close.
Not even close. That means no engagement to a good dude.
I mean, that means not even long-term. Like long-term, she didn't even like not even close to me means you didn't even have like a long-term relationship where you was like, okay, maybe this is it, right? Like,
well, her first problem is thinking that she's the catch.
Right.
The type of man she wants is the catch. And I know what the issue is. The issue is those men ain't putting no whole lot of work in like she want to put the work. Them broke guys will be calling and, ooh, if I just had a woman like you behind me, I could take over the world. I could, and so that's butterflies. See, the guy who really gonna be like, look, yeah, you cute, but I mean, I got cute all day. So what you mean? You gonna bring some peace to my life? You gonna come and support what I got going on? But no, I can't do all that. I got okay. Well, I'm gonna go on over here then.
Exactly.
That's what the real problem is.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I bet you that's what she's dealing with. Yeah, I bet you that is what she's dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Donovan said, let's see, at her age, her sexual marketplace value has tanked drastically. You know what, man?
Not an
Dang,
SMV.
y'all.
Not an SMV.
But you know what? This is a good point. This is a good point. Well, I'm glad you made this point, Donovan. I'm glad you made this point. I wonder sometimes, you know, do the ladies consider how much their attitude plays into their SMV? Like real talk. Yeah, I know SMV sounds physical, but I wonder how many ladies understand that their attitude, man, your attitude and the way you moving can trump so many things. Like real talk. Like we got plenty of examples of that out here. I'm sure you've seen people and you just like, how she get him? Or how he get her? And that attitude, man, that attitude be right. And people be like, forget all that other stuff I wanted. This the one. Like Vince said, this the peaceful one right here. Forget all that. I'll deal with that. Like this that one right here. Man, that attitude is important. That way you talking and that way your mindset. That is like that's a high percentage. But I don't know if the ladies understand that. You want to say something, Chloe?
No, I was just gonna say that kind of touches on a point that I brought up earlier at the beginning of the show.
Right.
And that's that I think the reason why we don't see a lot of men making videos about how I'm not gonna settle, I'm looking for my person. I think the reason why we don't see a lot of men making those kinds of videos is men have come to the understanding, and I don't want to speak for men. This is just what I hear, right? And you can please correct me if I'm wrong because I can't really speak for men. But the what I get is that it's because men know that there will be some compromises that they may have to make to get what they want. And if they get to a certain point where they're like, okay, I wanted this, this, and this, but you know what? That good attitude that she has, maybe she isn't as fit as I would like her to be, but she does have a great personality, great attitude. She's outgoing, she's fun, she's peaceful. So they'll be like, you know what? Those things matter so much more to me. I'll work with the other stuff. I'll work with it. And that's them deciding I'm going to compromise on some things. I'm going to sell. And so I think that's why we don't have as many videos of men going on and on and on about how they won't settle and they're looking for their person. Because a man will find, see, that's the thing. To me personally, your person is what you make it. And a man will find his person because he's going to pick her.
Right.
He's going to pick his person. He's going to pick her. And really for women, it could really be that simple. That's why I was clowning old girl a little bit about you saying the good dude with the butterflies versus the good guy. Like, why are we still talking about this in you in your 50s? Big, pick your person.
Right.
Pick your person, Go ahead and date Mr. Jimmy. And, he a good guy. He going to take good care of y'all. Y'all going to have fun. And maybe he move a little slower than you might like, but you ain't never gonna have to worry about him though. Never.
But then I also think that, and I'll use my mother and my auntie as that. I think they're so used to being single. My mother was single my whole life. They're so used to being single. It's hard. I think that they want these relationships, they want these marriages, but I don't think they really want to work at it. That's why they don't get them. And it's easier to date the broke dude or the dude that it's not going nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? So it's easier to date that dude because it ain't going nowhere. You don't have to change. You don't have to adjust. But the dude that you can really maybe have, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because it's so many women out there that are just like this lady, and probably what does. I mean, she's attractive, but she probably thinking she's still 33 and she's 53. And then also she still probably getting her sex game in. that messed the game up too, because she's still probably having sex with somebody.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah,
getting
no,
a
I don't doubt
physical
it.
match.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it, man. I don't doubt it. Yeah, I don't doubt it at all. Let me see what we got. Let's see. Donovan said, let's see, but she sees her value at virgin status. Yeah, no, I said it is. It's unrealistic. Listen, I think as we get older, we definitely have to start being more realistic with our views on our situation. Because at the end of the day, you can be unrealistic as you want to be, but the time clock is ticking. Yeah, we ain't getting no younger. We ain't like that ain't happening. That prime time done passed already.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what you gonna do with it? We gonna keep doing the delusion thing and acting like we don't see it. We gonna, throw our heads up under the bed and try to, or is you gonna go ahead and be realistic and move accordingly? What you gonna do? See, Kenyatta said, let's see, she's still going on girl trips and wants to do her while being in a relationship. She can't have it both ways. Facts. See, Donovan said, real men want real women, not brats, not thoughts, not loose cannons, not fools, not problems. That's real. I see Cass laying it out tonight. Yeah, so like I said, I know we wanted to touch on this settling topic. And to your point, Chloe, I think that's why there's not a lot of content out there about men settling, because I think at the end of the day, men are a lot more realistic. Yeah, but we understand what it is. We know we got to do some marketing. We know we got to get in the gym and hit these weights. We can't run and get the I don't know, what would they call it, Vince, the man BBL, the man BL. We can't go get none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can't go talk to Dr. Miami, and we can't do none of that. Yeah, we got to get in the gym. We got to eat right. We got to drink our gallons. We got to get our money up. We got to have ourselves stable in the back end. We got to have investments in place. We got to be, a certain height. We got to have a.
And if we don't, we find somebody that's willing to work with us. See, that's the problem. If we don't have our money right, then we'll go find somebody who don't have their money right. We work together.
Right.
But see, these women want, they want something better than what they can get at 22.
That's real. Yeah, that's
when they was at their finest, they most cooperative, childless, dramaless, hopeful. Now they want at 45, they want, Superman.
Right. Ain't happening. Ain't happening.
You can't make this shit up.
Too many miles on it. I don't care if it is a Mercedes. It's got too many miles.
We know how it is, man. You got to be careful with a German with too many miles on it, man. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. Let's see. Donovan said, you see, I won't settle. I want my person. Let's see what that look like. Who is her person? Who is the model she's drooling over? Which one of her best friends has the man she's looking to steal? Man, I see Donovan. You missed one.
Probably in her boat.
Right. I see Donovan. You missed one show, man. I see you just cutting loose tonight.
He's ready.
Shout out to my guy Donovan. All right, let's see about 9:22. So I'm gonna slide us into another before we get ready to get up out of here. Let's just shout out to everybody watching us right now. See, we got a chunk of folks over on Facebook and YouTube. Everybody, do me a favor, hit that like button. Likes are free. Hit that like button for us. Help us out. Hit that like button. Shout out to my YouTube family. All right, so I'm gonna pivot us over into one more. Because I noticed this video is about to blow up. Actually, it's already blowing up. But yeah, we got to touch on this. So we're going to switch over to topic number 2. So topic number two, straight like that. Adam and Eve. Straight like that. Adam and Eve. All right, let's get into this.
In verse 22, this is the creation of the woman, Eve. But you don't hear Eve coming into the earth saying, "Where's my man?" Huh? Am I reading it right? It says, the man said. Eve came into the earth. Watch this. Adam was the one who was broken. Eve came into the earth whole. She had both ribs. Society wants women to believe you're broken if you're not with somebody. But God says the woman came into the earth complete, not seeking or needing anyone or anything. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but you got to stand in your power. You are one of one. There's nothing wrong with you if you're not with somebody. You as a woman are complete. You're whole. And I gotta say it because I'm tired of us supporting a culture that tries to make women think there's something wrong with them if they're not married. It's just not true.
All right. So I'm gonna throw one behind this just because my man dropped a review, same video, bear with me. Then we're gonna get on into this conversation.
Eve coming into the earth saying, "Where's my man?" Huh? Am I reading it right? It says the man said. Eve came into the earth. Watch this. Adam was the one who was broken. Eve came into the earth whole. She had both ribs. Society wants women to believe you're broken if you're not with somebody. But God says the woman came into the earth complete, not seeking or needing anyone or anything. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but you got to stand in your power. You are one of one. There's nothing wrong with you if you're not with somebody. You as a woman are complete. You're whole. And I gotta say it because I'm tired of us supporting a culture that tries to make women think there's something wrong with them if they're not married. It's just not true.
Not the pastor simping and pandering in the name of Jesus in the house of the Lord to the women of the congregation with the hopes of securing one so that he can replace his now ex-wife Megan Good, who's currently getting her cheeks clapped by Jonathan Majors. This is what we're doing now, promoting the idea that women are inherently perfect and men are the ones who are inherently flawed through religious texts, scripture. Gotta love how these men cater to these women's emotions, play on their heartstrings, telling them what they want to hear to make them smile for validation and approval, further exacerbating the dating dilemmas that many of these women currently experience because they hold the idea that they're perfect, they can do no wrong. The man is the one who's flawed and has to change himself or modify himself in order to fit the woman's expectations and in order to align to the woman's standards. There's no greater counterproductive method in mitigating or alleviating a woman's negative dating experiences and outcomes than disincentivizing women to engage in introspective assessment, take accountability, or adjust their pernicious attitudes.
Okay. So, man, next topic, Adam and Eve. All right. So that video came my way. That thing is already heating up. It's already spreading around already. So what do y'all think about that video? So this gentleman, I think, what is this guy's name?
Devon Franklin.
Okay. Pat, I was just calling him Pastor Franklin. So Pastor Franklin is out here saying that the ladies or essentially the women are not broken and Adam was broken and what y'all think about that video? I'm just curious. I don't know. What y'all think about that video? Let's say I see a couple comments came in. I'll get those in a sec. I'll go to the panel first. What y'all think about that video?
Well, without getting too deep into scripture, because I certainly can, because I love that. Okay, this is my happy place. And I really can't stand when people take scripture completely and totally out of context. And so I'm seeing so many pastors here currently taking scriptures and doing these really cute one-liners and doing these really cute, social media viral moments. And I'm gonna speak on this. I'm gonna speak on this on my channel. because it's just completely disrespectful to God. Like, this is not about your viral moment. This is not about you looking good in front of the congregation. You are supposed to preach the unadulterated gospel truth. And the truth is, Adam came into the world just as whole as Eve did. The taking of the rib, and I hate to challenge a pastor because who am I? Oh, a child of God with the Holy Spirit, just like he got it. And so I'm going to challenge that. He was just as whole when he came into the world as she was. The taking of the rib was to establish the connection between man and woman. Do you think God needed to take Adam's rib in order to create another person? He created Adam from dust. He didn't need a rib from Adam to create Eve. God is intentional, obviously, about everything he's created. It was supposed to be symbolic of the connection that they would have, that there actually shouldn't be one without the other, that they complement each other, that they need each other. It was the first establishment of the marital covenant to become one. It didn't have nothing to do with her being unbroken and him being broken. He completely oversimplified that message just so that he could make that point and have that viral moment in his church and have that viral moment on social media. And he completely took the scripture out of context. And I'm seeing so much of this, people just flying around with the scriptures, just applying them wherever they want to. And all of these male pastors speaking to women. I told y'all, quit talking to women. You're a man. Now, y'all quick to tell women they shouldn't lead in the church. And you're right. Women shouldn't lead in the church unless they're leading other women and children. But y'all always feel like y'all can put y'all lips on what a woman should or shouldn't be doing. And I'm at the point where I don't care whose pastor you are. I have no respect for you if you don't show the same respect to God and his word. You just lost me. Because you're not going to play up a woman's value, which you're right, a woman is valuable, but you're not going to play up a woman's value by degrading a man's value. How does that make sense, man of God? How does that make sense? It doesn't. How are you, a man of God, lifting and up and you know what I'm saying, and uplifting women, but then downgrading men? Y'all broken. Instead of looking at that like, well, women, you wouldn't be here without a man. You see how I could have took that same scripture and said, well, women, I mean, y'all owe everything to a man because y'all wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for a man's rib. You see how
that's
you
real.
could take scripture and you could just make it fit whatever narrative you wanted to fit, but that doesn't make it true.
Right.
It doesn't make it true. So I think it's very irresponsible for him as a leader of a church and calling himself a pastor to be using scripture in that way. And any woman under his tutelage, any woman under his leadership, be careful. You know, this stuff is dangerous because women already are out here overvaluing who they are, one, themselves. They're overvaluing who they are as wives, as mothers, and what I mean by that is they're not looking at themselves through the lens of how God sees them. They're looking at themselves through the lens of how the world sees them. And that's always going to be wrong. But then they want to go to church on Sundays and sit in front of men like this. And then we want to know why the black community, when the black church was strong, the black community was strong. Now the black community is weak. And look what's going on in the black church. How is that not divisive?
That's real. That's real. You want to say anything, Vince? Or you good, man?
Yeah, I want to say something. I think this is the reason why that lady could talk the way she talked in this last video, to think she still had a hope, because you have men like that. And see, I'm 50. I come from a church that preached and believed either you were saved or you was lost.
Right.
Period. It wasn't all this pandering and making sin okay. I even have a story about myself, as I would say all the time. I had a child when I was 17. My grandfather was a pastor of a church. I played the drum. I couldn't play the drums no more until I got in front of the congregation and apologized. Now, some might think, oh, well, you shouldn't have had to do that. He was like, no, I can't let, just because you my grandson and I love you, because it's still sin. And I still not going to allow it. And until you get yourself together, you're going to have to sit down and get out there in the pew. You can't sit up here and still play the drum. No, you got to sit out there with the pew. And you got to be shamed. I think we need shame sometimes.
No doubt.
Because he's saying, okay, oh, it's okay for you to be unmarried. Well, how about there's 70 80% kids born out of wedlock? You ain't touch on that one, though. Yeah, it's okay for you not to feel something wrong if you're unmarried and childless. But how many of our women are unmarried and childless?
Right.
And this, I would hope. But see, this like I always go back to. This is the reason why they want especially our black women, to be single. That's $1 trillion industry.
Facts.
Everywhere I go, that's real money split, it's black women in there with a bunch of debt. It's so calculated. And I'm not no Bible scholar, but I thought Eve was made for Adam. That was her purpose. Her purpose was a man. Her purpose just wasn't to come and be his partner, and it wasn't good for Adam not to be alone.
Right.
So her purpose and her creation was for man. So if your purpose and your creation is for a man, then how you gonna say, well, it's not okay not to be married? When your purpose is for a man, but we don't want to preach that either. We don't want to preach. You don't want to preach that. Oh, a woman's purpose is a man. That's too controversial.
Yeah, that'll heat it up right there. But yeah, no, I came across that video, Lesson. Of course, that video hit my feed multiple times, so I already know it's about to blow up. Well, it's already blowing up. But yeah, my issue with that video is like I said, we got to cut out all this pandering. Yeah, we have a serious division going on between black men and black women. Yeah, there's some unrealistic expectations wrapped up in there. There's some entitlement wrapped up in there. There's all type of delusion wrapped up in our relationships or lack thereof. Like there's a lot of factors that are wrapped up in the situation that is our broken relationships or non-existent relationships. And I find it very irresponsible for a man to stand in front of a congregation. And I said, I understand. Yeah, we talking about a money game. Yeah, you looking at tithes and offerings. You ain't looking at what's best for your congregation. Let's just keep it a buck. Yeah, because I can hear all the ladies cheering in the background. So I know that you're saying what you're saying for cash. And it to fill up the baskets and I know what you're doing. But that mess is irresponsible and it's dangerous because what it does is it helps push the narrative. Yeah, but I know we're using Adam and Eve in this example. Wasn't nothing wrong with Adam. Yeah, let's keep it a buck.
He was perfect.
Yeah, wasn't nothing wrong with Adam.
He was literally perfect.
Yep, and to debunk that myth, to keep it a buck, and I said, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm going to speak from what I see. Ain't that much wrong with a lot of these dudes out here either. Yeah, but where our problem lies is our priorities and our mindsets are all jacked up now. Yeah, we've been conditioned by this social media nonsense. We've been conditioned by these reality TV shows that's not reality. Like that's what's got us all jacked up. That's what's got us all messed up. If that's why we see situations like the lady in the video earlier, where we got women in their 50s trying to hold on, talking about they don't know if they're gonna compromise or not. Like that's what causes that. Yeah, we got folks saying that, yeah, I was gonna be married in 2 years, and that was a while ago. I ain't even close. That's what causes that. Because you're not being realistic. Yeah, you're not being honest with yourself. And like I said, we got to start getting real, because at the end of the day, once again, the time is not waiting for anybody. So at some point, time is going to run out. So all of these games that we want to play now, all of this procrastinating and all of this we want to do, eventually it's going to be a problem. Let me get some of these comments real quick. Let me see. Let me make sure I got them right. Let's see. Donovan said, all actions have equal and opposite consequences. This society wants to allow all types of detrimental behaviors with no consequences. This ish is crazy times 10. You know what, Donovan? I agree with you on this point. My only question is do the consequences apply to everybody? Yeah, I'm gonna be real about that. Yeah, we see situations out here where those consequences don't apply to everybody. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not about to even stir that up. Let's see. Donovan also said, let's see, Adam had not sinned until, well, you know, yeah, right. We ain't You muted. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, y'all. Let me touch that, right? But you see, like, so that's the point, right? Like, so what if pastor would have went up there and said that? Like, yeah, you know, it was all good till Eve, you know, was tempted by the serpent, and you know, now we all messed up. Like, what, you see what I'm saying? How you could literally take scriptural text and you can, if you chose to, you could spin that thing, flip it upside down, and basically apply it however you wanted to serve whatever narrative you wanted to serve, right? So if we wanted to be divisive, we could say, well, the reason why we're all in this mess in the first place was Eve. And that's what's wrong with y'all women. Like, we could literally do that. But that wouldn't be very productive.
And to me, it's so irresponsible.
It is.
When you have a congregation of probably African Americans, you got African women saying, oh, well, we the most unprotected and most, why? Because you don't have a husband. Oh, we the most broke. Why? Because you don't have a husband. Oh, our kids are at the bottom. Why? Because you don't have a husband. But then you say, it's okay not to have a husband.
Talk about
you want protection, but you don't want the husband. You want kids, but you don't want the husband. You want provision, but you don't want the husband. And this fool sitting up there saying, it's okay not to have one. That's so irresponsible to me.
Yeah, no,
and is. On top of that, you couldn't even keep your own wife.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that right there. Let me get this next comment. Shout out to Jocelyn Dennis in the building. She said, I just love this man versus woman topic. Truly over it. Anything to divide us. Clap to this BS and we eating it up like we hungry. Yeah, we show is hungry, LOL. Look at us lost in the sauce.
Agreed. I agree. The women in the audience was loving it. Loving it. And him saying, I just hate this. That's what's funny, though, to Jocelyn's point, right? He's in the video saying, oh, I just hate this narrative. But then he goes and serves a narrative. It's like, oh, I hate this narrative about, you know, women, something wrong with you because you're single. First and foremost, sir, nobody said it was something wrong with women simply because they're single. You are oversimplifying a problem. That's what I meant earlier. You are oversimplifying the problem. There's nothing wrong with women simply for the fact that they're single. The issue is why they're single. Why? Are you single because you legit, trying to find a person? Maybe you're dating, you're out there, you just haven't, met a match. This happens. Are you single because you got a nasty attitude? You skip from bed to bed. You don't have no morality. You know what I'm saying? You was married to a decent man, but you weren't happy all of a sudden. So you left that relationship thinking you was gonna have a better relationship, and now you're in your late 50s and you can't get married again because you had high expectations. Because really, the man you had was really the highest that you were gonna get, and now here you are back in the dating pool, fooling with Tyrone and Ray Ray because they give you butterflies.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're talking about. That's the issue with singlehood. It's not that you're single. I mean, you're not broken simply because you're single. That's the oversimplification. But it was the perfect thing for a room full of women that are most likely single. And
Right.
pastors like that are going to keep you what? Single.
And then let me make one more topic. And it's so baffling because if you look at men who are successful, especially black men who are successful, by any measure, I would say probably most of them are married. Business-wise, whatever you want to say, most of them are married. Men don't have this "we don't need a woman" attitude. I don't understand that. Men know if we want the best out of life, we probably should get married. If we want a good family, we probably should get married. If we want to raise our kids right under our authority, we probably need to be married. I don't want to, but this guy will get up here and say, and then you hear all the women, yeah, probably got 3-4 kids and 2-3 baby daddies.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't get it either. Because, like I said, you using the, I know that the pastor in this video was using the whole Adam and Eve story, but it's just like, yeah, the whole rib piece that was about the companionship. So I'm like, I don't know how we've gotten to this point, feeling like we don't, essentially we weren't literally made for each other. Like I don't get it. Yep, and it doesn't make sense. And like I said, and at the end of the day, let me just clarify. I've never heard a dude, come at a woman like she was a whole issue just because she was single. Like I haven't caught that yet. Yep, I haven't caught that yet. But like I said, I think we all know that we see some of our best outcomes if it be just a husband and a wife, if it be a husband and wife in a family. We see some of our best outcomes as a joined unit. And that's just a fact. So yeah, I'm not sure why we are fighting that. And then, like I said, for this pastor to get up here and literally stoke that fire for some, I guess for some tithes. Like I don't get it. Yep, I don't get it. But like I said, for me, it's irresponsible. Because at the end of the day, we talk about men and men being leaders and so forth. But it's like if men are getting up saying some irresponsible stuff like that, then it's like, what are we really doing? So yeah, I don't know. Let's see, Donham. Let's see, every woman. Let's see would have exited. Let's see, every woman would have exited stage right. So he also said, let's see, it's okay not to have a hubby because it keeps them single and available for him to pimp and pander to the congregation. No doubt. Yeah, this pandering stuff is crazy. Let's say, because at the end of the day, it just continues these unrealistic expectations. I'm like, I thought we would have learned something from Derek Jackson. Yeah, this cat was full scale pandering all the time. And I just think about all of the young ladies who was heartbroken. Yeah, once he came out and turned out to be what he turned out to be. Yeah, it's time out for all of this pandering. It's honestly, it's time out for a lot of this nonsense. Yeah, we got like major work to do. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I know folks talk about these conversations and oh this and oh that, but it's like this is real. Yeah, we got folks in their 30s, 40s, 50s. You know, like the young lady said in the video, she thought she would have been married by now. But she ain't even got close. She in her late 50s. She ain't even got close. Yeah, but ain't nobody tried to snatch her up yet. Yeah, this mess is real. Yeah, this mess is real. And then two, like I said, now it is affecting our young folks. Yeah, the young folks who were coming through, you know what I'm saying, trying to get their little dating process started and do what they do. Now this stuff is affecting them at their level. So, man, we got to talk about it. We got to hash it out. We got to get to some type of resolution, some type of solutions. Because, like I said, we can't keep going this way. If our power is in units, our power is in community, our power is in the family. But if this is what we own, we, you know, got past this pandering. We got unrealistic expectations. We think we something that we not. We got fellas out here being irresponsible and fronting. How we think this is going to end up? Let me get this last comment, then we're going to get ready to get up out of here. Let's see. It's past the time to correct the misguided. We need to coach the youth correctly. No doubt. Yeah, Vince talk about this all the time. We got little young folks coming after us. Yeah, we got to school them on how they really got to be looking at this stuff versus what we being fed or what the narrative is that's being pushed. So man, let me go to my panel for some closing. I said we're gonna get up out of here tonight. I'm gonna go to Chloe. I'm gonna go to Vince, and we out of here. Chloe, you want to say anything in closing?
You know what? I actually don't have a lot to say. I just think for me, if we're tired of seeing the back and forth, the men against women, then I think that we need to start having like more objective conversation then, because this really isn't about men against women. That's not what it's about. We do have a common enemy. It's not each other. Our common enemy is sin. And since the good pastor, the man of God, wanted to bring it up, you know, it all started with Adam and Eve, when basically the woman, and I'm gonna go there. I don't care. He said what he said, so I'm gonna go there. When the woman decided that what she had around her wasn't good enough. That the life she had been given, basically paradise, wasn't good enough. That there was a desire in her for more. So I'm going to say this. Ladies, I talk to the women because I'm a woman and I feel like that's my place. Ladies, maybe you need to understand that the desire for more is a generational curse. And it has followed us all the way from our very first parents, Adam and Eve. They had everything they could possibly need in life. And still, there was this desire for more. That's what made them disobey. That's why we're in this situation. And we haven't changed. We still will look around at everything that we have in our relationships with our men, with our kids, and we still want more. And social media and the media in general have a vested interest in making sure we desire more, because they always put it in our faces. So I would say, if you're tired of that narrative, then stop. Stop engaging in conversations that pits you against the man that you were basically created to be with. And just stop. Recognize that there is an innate sinful nature in you that makes you desire more and always has you looking for problems where there are none. And if you recognize that impulse in you, women, then you'll be able to address it when it crops up. When the thought that suddenly this man that you committed your life to all of a sudden isn't good enough, why? Why now? When he was good enough when I stood before all of everyone I care about and said that I was going to spend the rest of my life with him. So why today? Did he like do some huge 360-degree change? Or is this that in me? That innate nature, that generational curse that's been passed down for me to desire more and not be content. So I'm going to challenge women, any woman who watches this and any man who loves a woman that may have this particular challenge, to share this with her. This is what's stopping us from being able to stay in our relationships. This is what's stopping us from being able to break our children of this mindset. It's a generational curse that gets passed and has been passed from generation to generation to generation. It's in our bloodline. And I mean our spiritual bloodline. And we got to break this up off of us. And the only way you can do that is you have to see that it's happening, and then you have to decide that you're no longer going to be a part of that. Until you're able to do that, ladies, we always going to be having this conversation. So if you're tired of this narrative, then stop.
It is. There it is. Straight like that. Vince, you want to say anything before we get out of here, man?
Mine is gonna be quick. I just want everybody to listen to this. Just take a survey this week and use your third eye and really see how they want our black women to be single. They want our black women to think that they're strong, independent, don't need no man. I just want you to take just a survey of your surroundings, what you watch on TV and what you listen to, and how it's just single black woman, strong black woman. You know, that you have a kid without a man, you can get a, you get a surrogate. You don't need no man. You be gay. You could. This is the reason why we will never truly have what we want. It don't have nothing to do with politics. It's our families. And once we understand that, I think we will do better. But we have to understand that we need each other. We need each other. And until we get to that point, to where it's not even life if we don't have each other, then we will never get this generational wealth. And because I hear so much of that garbage in my ear. Generational wealth, and leaving something for my kids, and I want to leave. And your kids don't even understand how to keep it. You won't even have enough to bury yourself. People keep talking about this. Most of us don't have enough to even bury ourselves good. We stay in all this debt. We debt heavy. We have nothing to leave our children. And not just the money thing, it's just the love and the understanding of what family is. It's really a sad, and me and Remy talk about all the time. For so many of you ladies to say you have peace, y'all walk around with a stone cold face like you angry at the world. And it's a sad thing because we go to so many different places where other people are just smiling and nice and the babies and but you see the sisters and they. And I thought it was just me at first. Okay, they don't like me. But how you gonna not like a baby? And my wife, who's the sweetest thing, is fat. Can't even say hello. Well, look right in the face and can't say hi. But I thought we was on this peace. We're not at peace as a people. We can't even handle our emotions. Men out here killing women because they can't handle their emotions.
Right.
I'm done.
That's real. That's real right there. Man, like I said, I'm going to say this and then we're going to get out of here. Man, we got so much work to do. Yeah, but I think it's time out for all the fronting acting like everything is good. I think it's time out for all of the attitudes, the delusion, the unrealistic, all of it. Like, it's time out for it. If we can't see by now that this stuff is essentially destroying us, then I don't know what we're looking at. Let me get this last comment. Let's see. Jocelyn said, enough is enough. I've had it with the MF snakes on this MF plane. Everybody strap in. I'm about to open some. I'm about to open some effing windows. Let's see. Laugh my butt off. Watch those snakes, y'all. Yeah, no, it's just real out here. But I mean, we got to get real. Yeah, we got to get real. Yeah, we got generations coming after us. We got decisions that's got to be made now. We got relationships. We got to get in place now. Because I said time is not waiting on anybody. So like I said, at the end of the day, the only way I can close this out is we got to get real. Yeah, we got to get real. We got to do some self-reflection. We got to look at ourselves. We can't be out here self-proclaiming, thinking we that ish, thinking we a catch, thinking we a good husband, thinking we a good wife. And that ain't really what it is, and it ain't been validated. So, man, let's quit playing and get real out here, man. I'm going to leave it at that. Man, shout out to everybody who joined us tonight. Shout out to Jocelyn Dennis in the building. Shout out to my guy Donovan. Shout out to Kenyatta in the building. Shout out to my panel. Always hold me down. My guy Vince. Shout out to Chloe. Like I said, always hold me down every Wednesday night. Like I said, this is Kandid Konvos. We do the show every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We go live on YouTube and Facebook. Shout out to my YouTube family over there representing right now. Man, let's get to work. Yeah, we the only ones who can fix this. I'm calling on anybody who can hear me saying this right now. My fellas, step it up. Yeah, we got man work to do. We got leading to do. We got to set the tone on how this needs to go. Ladies, support these fellas. Yep, they need y'all support. Yeah, we need our relationships. And that is a man and a woman working together collectively for the betterment of the relationship and the family and the children. So, man, with that being said, everybody have an awesome night, and we will catch you guys next Wednesday.